I think in terms of practical steps, Ambassador Haidari talked sufficient enough, and I do not want to repeat that. I just want to clarify one thing that I mentioned in the beginning. And the beginning, I mentioned that it is time for a paradigm shift in the strategic outlook of Pakistan towards Afghanistan, and vice versa, the same thing. That I meant a very honest, look into what happened over the past 50, 60 years, and then acknowledging what went wrong, and then moving on with the corrected course of action. If we continue to say, okay, well, Pakistan never sheltered the Taliban and Pakistan never sheltered the Afghan Mujahideen, and it was all the Afghan Mujahideen, and they went and saw in Makkah and came back and they started fighting each other, and Pakistan had no role in that, then we're not being honest. Then that paradigm shift that I was suggesting is not really happening because the reality is not that. The reality is that Pakistan has been very much directly involved in all of these proxy groups, creating them, helping them, supporting them, deploying them, and eventually many of them bringing to power inside Afghanistan, and then eventually finding out that that was not serving even Pakistan's own self-interest, and the current Taliban government is the living example of that. If we continue to think that way, well, the Taliban in Afghanistan and Kabul will also say, well, the TTP is a Pakistani problem. We have nothing to do with the TTP or the BLA. Go deal with it. Why are you bombing my houses and my hospitals? I mean, if we continue this, then we are basically continuing the paradigm of the past 50, 60 years, and things are not going to change. Yes, maybe Pakistan have the upper hand tactically, but it's eventually it is not going to serve its purpose. And of course, it's not serving the Afghan purpose. It is critical that we are honest to each other. The current Pakistani defense minister, Khwaja Asif, multiple times in the media acknowledged what Pakistan has been doing at the behest of the UK and the United States and Afghanistan. And he acknowledged himself before the Pakistani parliament that that was a strategic mistake for Pakistan. So let's acknowledge the mistake and move on. The same thing is on Afghans, I'm saying. This entire view of animosity towards Pakistan, this issue of insisting on the Durand line, and some of us actually do, some Afghans, oh, Lara Ubar Pakhtunistan, the large Afghanistan. These are ideas that keep hurting the stability of the two countries. These are the ideas that keep hurting the stability of Afghanistan. And these are the core issues, the core problems. We, both sides, would need to move beyond this historical animosity and the look that we have towards each other. That's what I call a paradigm shift. And I think unless that happens, then no parts of the very practical plan that Ambassador Haidari mentioned can be actually possible. Because even currently, and I'm telling you right now, I have very specific, credible information that Pakistan is actually right now going after, those individuals that Ambassador Haidari mentioned who do not represent Afghan people, former Mujahideen, former warlords, former fighters in Turkey, in the UAE, even across the United States and Europe. They're trying to bring them back, not the actual people, not the people who matter. Even there are reports, and credible ones, that certain individuals from the former Afghan military officers who are currently into really bad situation in Iran are being shifted into Pakistan and being prepared for another proxy group. What I'm saying is that this proxy game must end really because it has not served anybody else. Pakistan really would, should and can step up as a responsible player, as a regional player, as a big brother to engage with Afghans who want peace, with Afghans who want rationality, with Afghans who do not want another proxy war inside Afghanistan that would again then hurt Pakistan too. That's what I am basically saying. I hope I'm clear on that.